So there are many different ways to acclimate your fish. Today, you're gonna be learning all about how to drip acclimate your fish. All you're gonna need is a two-way valve that's adjustable, one of these bad boys, and some aquarium airline tube. So I'm gonna show you guys on a really high value one of my fish, the L333. Here in Australia, these things are worth between $100 and $200, but some of you may have just come back from the fish store with a bag full of fish. I'm gonna show you what to do using the bag full of fish. So start by getting a container that can handle roughly twice the volume of water that you've come home from the fish store with. What you're gonna wanna do is empty out your fish and your water. Now this bag is absolutely imaginary fish, but fill your container up to halfway. You've just poured all of your water out into your container. The goal is over whatever duration of time that you're going to be dripping these fish in for, which is minimum half an hour, and you're looking at probably an hour for a healthy acclimation process. And for shrimp species, you wanna go even longer. General rule is the longer the better, as long as the temperature's not gonna drop or raise too much because that water isn't being heated. So you're gonna use this tool right here, your hose, to fill this up to double the volume. So we're gonna go for an hour. Now, I want to adjust this flow so that it fills this up all the way to the top within 1 hour. So I'm gonna put one half of this in, get a peg so it doesn't fall out of your tank, start your siphon, and then, because this is probably 500 mil max to double the volume, I want this to be nice and slow. So something like a drip per second would do the trick. Now, if you don't have one of these two-way valves, fear not, it's totally fine. I currently don't have one. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna tie a little knot in the end of this hose here. That does two things. One, it gives me a bit of weight, and two, it allows me to control the speed by the tightness of the knot. So if I want this to go and slow down, I'll tighten the knot a little bit. And then it slows down a touch. Tighten it a little bit more, and it slows down even more. I want to get this to around 1 drip per second. Set a timer for 15 minutes. And if you notice it's feeling too fast, slow it down or tighten your knot, tighten your two-way valve. If it's going too slow, speed it up. Open your two-way valve and loosen your knot. Now, these guys have been dripping in for about 45 minutes, maybe even closer to an hour because we've been doing other stuff in this fish room. I'm going to be transplanting these fish. A good way to transport your fish, let's just go with that, from your drip-in container to the tank that they're going into is to use a net. Now, if you've brought home water from the fish store, do not, and I repeat, do not add the fish store water to your tank. It's an easy mistake to make, but it's a really rookie error because that fish store water could have parasites in it, could have fungus in it that is just in the body of water, anything. What you're trying to do is minimize the amount of that you're putting into your tank. So you get a net, you get a new container, and then you get your tub of fish. Pour your fish into the net so that all the water goes through, and there's fish jumping in here. Grab your fish after they're acclimated and put them into the tank. I'm gonna do exactly that for these fish, although I'm lucky because these fish are cave-dwelling fish, which means I can literally just grab the cave, put them straight into the tank. We'll go for fish number 2. He's a rowdy, healthy fish, this one. Oh my God. Here's a close-up look of what my 333 varieties look like. They're a very strong fish. The reason I love these fish so much is because they're such beautiful patterns and the color on them is insane. That's a strong male right there, and these last two can go in as well.